on arrival. Alright, 10 flight, 62, 1096.
So on night shift, we start out with roll call, pass on information from the shift before, anything that we need to know, anything that we think they might need to know maybe from our previous night. Just kind of chat with people from the other shift, a little bit of camaraderie building kind of stuff, just hanging out a little bit. And then we hit the streets. I wanted to get in law enforcement. My first thoughts of law enforcement were because I really knew I did not want to work in an office. I wanted to kind of be out and about, be able to be outside, interacting with people, and I kind of enjoy the unexpected nature of the job. You know, you never know what you're going to get from one day to the next. And so I worked in construction while I was going through school, and then I got a job at the Anoka County Jail to kind of get in the door with law enforcement, and I worked there for 2 years. I took on a number of additional roles there. I had a great time, but the jail was not fulfilling that being out and about, right? You're working inside a concrete building all the time, so I kind of knew that I was ready for something different, ready to get out and about. So I started looking at departments, and I specifically wanted to look at smaller departments because I felt that would give me a better opportunity to connect with the people in the department, my coworkers, my supervisors, as well as the community. You know, being one of 16 officers here at Centennial Lakes, it's a lot easier to know each officer on a more personal level, as well as know the communities with it being a smaller community. We're not out here looking to write a bunch of tickets. We just really want everyone to get home safe at the end of the day. That's what we're looking for. So I think the jail really helped me build those skills of being able to talk to people and diffuse a situation so that it's not as bad as it could potentially be. You know, take that worst day of their life where they had to call the police and make it not quite as bad of an experience for them. Medical calls, especially more serious ones, being able to get there, and I'm clearly not a paramedic or an EMT, but just being able to do that little bit that I can. Typically we're able to get there a little bit faster than, say, the fire department or the ambulance. Calm the situation and get them to take a breath and settle down a little bit and understand that, hey, maybe this is going to be okay, this isn't the end of the world, help is here, and that really is kind of gives you that feeling of this is why I do this job. What I love about this job, especially being on night shift, is the job kind of is what you make it. We obviously have the calls for service that we're going to go to, but that kind of freedom to just go find something to help with is really nice. It's definitely a surreal feeling. I mean, growing up, the police officers are always kind of that, you know, they're in the movies, they're on TV, things like that. It's not something that until it really happens you really know what it's going to feel like. At the end of the day, I'm Officer Chamberland, but I'm still Jake Chamberland, right? So I'm still a normal person just like everybody else. It's definitely a weird feeling when you put on the badge and the vest and everything to still be yourself, but also kind of be in that role and know how I used to look at police officers and know that other people are looking at me that same way. With law enforcement, I wanted to get into it because I love being outside. I didn't want to be stuck in an office, and that kind of shows in my personal life as well. I love being outside. I'm really into boating, snowmobiling. In the winter, I'm always trying to get out on the snowmobiles, go out skiing or snowboarding. In the summers, I love being out on the lake, whether it's fishing, skiing, what have you, just cruising around on the lake. I love being outside. I've always been very active in sports. It's a little harder as you go through life. Schedules get busier, it's hard to stay on a sports team, but I still enjoy going outside and enjoying activities like that, staying active. We're there to try to help people, whether they realize it or not. We're there to try to keep people safe, make sure that everyone has the most positive outcome possible. And at the end of the day, we're people too, right? We're just trying to do a job. We're trying to make everything better for everybody.